Alright, so the first trick that actually started to kind of get me some progress, or at least what I felt like was progress, was this one. It's the simplest thing. It's just a, I guess, I don't know, a finger roll or index finger roll or something. I learned it offline, but they didn't really talk about it. They just kind of did it. And anyway, and so that's what I'm doing, is I'm trying to kind of help explain things. But anyway, so what they did there was they just took the stick and they brought it so that the three fingers were, oh well, basically like you can see, da da da, right? And then they just kick their fingers out and bring their index finger in, and it just kicks it over the top like that. And so, like, I actually, believe it or not, it's despite how simple this is, I actually had to practice that. I would just do it in front of the TV. I would just sit there and watch Netflix and chill and play with my stick, you know. Anyway, but that was this is like the first one that actually gave me any real progress. And here's what I mean by that. So once I kind of got comfortable, oh, real quick, before I do that, you'll notice that if you start kind of in the center of the stick, because in order to do this, the reason I said you have to practice it is because if you do it in the center, I got lucky there, or lower, when you do it, it's going to jump out of your hand. So you got to make sure that you're higher up on the stick, probably, you know, somewhere on the top half, going to depend on your sticks or whatever, but the higher you are, the more likely, not higher, but your success is higher if you are holding it in the right spot. So what I meant about it developing into something else is this. So I was like, oh, that's cool. That's just something simple, bang. And then I was like, well, what if I took that same concept, and that is, you know, just kind of going from a position like you would actually play. Well, you wouldn't play up here, not likely, but we'll get there later. But basically, same idea, like this, but going with the pinky. Okay, so instead of the three fingers being underneath like that, instead it's just the pinky underneath, and then using the pinky to walk it up through each finger. So 1, 2, and then notice the position that you're in, 3. So you do those in succession, and you just walk it right up, tick, tick, tick. 1, 2, 3. And then once you get better at it, you got some momentum, it just pops right up there like that. Yeah, so I had some fun with that. But again, especially when you do that last one, when you're walking it up through, you got to make sure that you're starting holding the stick in a proper position, because again, if you start in the center or too low, you'll make it up through here just fine, but when you go to try to toss it over that finger, you're going to lose it. So, there we go. Video number 2.